What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another Go Battle League video. We're bringing you some more Obstagoon battles. I've been having a ton of fun using Obstagoon in the Ultra League, the new Galarian Pokemon, and we're going to be running Hyper Beam on Obstagoon this video to see how it compares to Cross Chop. We land a good lead, Obstagoon versus Mewtwo, Armored Mewtwo, so they swap into Granbull and we swap into our own Armored Mewtwo. This is a positive matchup for us. We're just gonna go straight Psy Strike, of course. And we draw a shield, which is nice. We're gonna shield this because it's a Crunch, and Crunch would do super effective damage. And we're gonna be able to outpace Granbull to the next charge move. Let's see what they decide to do here. Psy Strike would probably be enough to take out from this range. So they decide to double shield. And at this point, they're going to decide to use their energy, and I'm not sure I can even get to another confusion, so I decide to let my Mewtwo go, and this way I can just fast move down this Granbull and gain some energy with my Swampert. They swap into Mewtwo. I just go for a Hydro Cannon, and excuse me, I'm running Sludge Wave on my Swampert to give it just a little bit more fairy protection with that poison, that hard-hitting poison move. We swap in Obstagoon, get off the Night Slash, and they have a Registeel in back. So this is, we're in a pretty good position at this point. Night Slash will chip away a little bit, and these counters will also chip away. Do I decide to shield here? I don't, and they knock us out with a Focus Blast, but that's okay because we still have a lot of health on our Swampert, and we can just go straight Hydro Cannon, and then we'll probably be able to farm down and have a lot of energy stored up for that Mewtwo. Attack incoming. We're gonna shield, and they do bait us with Flash Cannon, so a nice play by them. But now we can farm down, and even though this Mewtwo will get off a charge move, we're gonna be able to survive it rather comfortably, and we can get off this Hydro Cannon, which is enough to take out the Mewtwo. We've got a lot of energy, so we can Hydro Cannon, Registeel. So a little bit close in that situation, but it actually wasn't that close. Kind of a comfortable win, just because we knew how much health we had, and we were able to manage it and manage our energy as well. So we kept ourselves in a safe predicament. This guy I actually know, EK. He is part of my local community. Shout out to EK. I'll send him a message when this video goes up saying I battled him. Obstagoon versus Swampert. I've been seeing this lead quite a bunch. Swampert will win this in the 2 shield. I think it wins in the 1 shield as well because it will slightly outpace us to its charge moves. So because we didn't get the boost, we decide to go into our own Swampert, and he makes a nice swap into Togekiss to absorb this Hydro Cannon. I should have been more patient and then went for the Sludge Wave. That would have been awesome. I go for the Sludge Wave here. No, I go for another Hydro Cannon as a bait. Okay. And he gets to a charge move. I decide to shield, even though I know it won't do that much. I want to try and retake switch advantage. And now I go for the Sludge Wave, which will be enough to take out the Togekiss. So there you see the benefits of having Sludge Wave. His Swampert uses his energy, so I decide to let mine go. And then we can come in with Mewtwo, who has a good matchup against Swampert. I know this might be an Earthquake, but I think I decided to let it go. It is an Earthquake, unfortunately. That does a lot of damage. And really bad, we clicked on the Psy Strike and we CMP tied. So not smart there. Okay, unfortunately it didn't register the Psy Strike because Confusion's such a crazy long animation. And now we're in a tough situation. Mewtwo and Obstagoon versus this Typhlosion. We go for this Night Slash, just chipping away. We're gonna get hit with a Blast Burn most likely. Blast Burn takes out our Obstagoon. Can we get to the Psy Strike? We can. So we're just barely able to survive in that last matchup. Good games to EK. Running a pretty spicy team with Typhlosion in there. That was a pretty unique team. And you see our friendship level went up a little bit. Next game, we're going up against Cam X97. Raichu, some awesome spice we're running into. I appreciate the spice. We're gonna go straight for Night Slash. This would do super effective against Raichu because of its electric and psychic typing. They decide to shield. He's over farming quite a bit. I was worried of him potentially going for a wild charge and then swapping out. So I do shield. I go for another Night Slash. But because he just used a Thunder Punch, he already has another Thunder Punch stored. At this point, I thought maybe he baited me and would go for a wild charge, but no, another Thunder Punch. He double baits me. And then he switches into a Clefable. And in this situation, honestly, I should have gone for Swampert probably and hit it with the Sludge Wave. But my thinking, I believe, was Swampert has a much better matchup against Alolan Raichu, so long as it's not carrying Grass Knot. So that's why I decided to go into Mewtwo instead. And we just barely survive, and we're able to get up a charge move. We just blindly clicked the Psy Strike rather than the Dynamic Punch. Dynamic Punch would have been the way to go against Alolan Muck. So now we can come in with our Swampert, and they don't know that we don't have Earthquake. So we are going to overfarm a lot. Try and bluff that we have the Earthquake. We're expecting a swap in this situation, and they do swap. And this allows me to get off a Hydro Cannon, which will do a lot of damage against Raichu. I probably should have Mud-Shotted down, to be honest, but I go for the counter down with Obstagoon. I'm not gonna risk trying to get to a Hyper Beam because I don't want to faint before I get off any charge moves. So I'm just gonna go straight Night Slash and chip away. And this way my Swampert will be able to come in and use a Hydro Cannon because Muck's gonna have to dump his energy on Obstagoon if it wants to survive. Sludge Wave comes in and you can't store multiple Sludge Waves. So now we come in with Swampert and Hydro Cannon takes out the Muck. So nice game 3 win. 3-0 so far this set, pretty good one. I think we end up going 4-1, so let's keep an eye on these last 2 games. Will Sims MS. Bring it on, Will. Okay, Obstagoon versus Giratina, but they're running Dragon Breath. So Dragon Breath is actually tough for Obstagoon to deal with. If they were running Shadow Claw, that would be triple resisted for the fast move damage. So Obstagoon can win that matchup, but with Dragon Breath, it actually favors Giratina because this fast move damage just really chunks away at pretty much everything. We're just gonna go straight Night Slash, of course. Hyper Beam would do like super little against a Ghost type Pokemon. I think I can survive and get to another Night Slash, so I'm going to let it go once again. And yes, we just barely get to a Night Slash, so that's big. This will make them use a shield. So they win switch advantage, but we have a shield advantage. We're gonna come in with Mewtwo. If we have to eat a Shadow Sneak, that's okay. I don't care too much. It is super effective, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. And unfortunately, they get to a Dragon Claw before we can Confusion them down. I decided to let it go. We're gonna play this out. And they bring in a Cresselia, so we're gonna switch into Swampert because there's not much we can do against Cresselia with our Mewtwo. Both of our moves, all of our moves are gonna be resisted. So now we have a shield advantage and we have an energy advantage with our Swampert. So let's see how we get ourselves out of this. We're gonna use a shield because we know Hydro Cannon is gonna do quite a bit. And we don't have to worry though about the fast move damage from Cresselia. We only have to worry about its charge moves. So I am gonna save a shield. I'm gonna overfarm just by a few mud shots to because I know I had an energy advantage on the Swampert, but I don't want to be too risky. I'm gonna go straight for this Hydro Cannon to chip away. All shields are down at this point. And then I'm gonna switch into my Mewtwo to absorb a charge move. And I'm gonna get off this Psy Strike. This won't do a ton, but it will chip away. And that's what we gotta do at this point. We just gotta chip away. And I decide not to use my shield. Even though I have stored energy, on my Mewtwo. I need to save this shield for Swampert. So Swampert with minimal health. Can it get the job done? Swampert, come on. We get to a lot of energy. We had a Sludge Wave, but we're gonna try and double Hydro Cannon this. There's one Hydro Cannon, one Mud Shot, and we get to a second Hydro Cannon, and this will be enough to take out this Cresselia. So a good example of a game where we weren't in the best situation and we were able to come and get that win. Last game of this set, can we go 5-0? Can we come in the clutch? Can we rise to the occasion? Let's see. Pretty decent lead, Obstagoon versus Melmetal. We have to be careful of the Superpower because Superpower will one-shot us. Charge move coming in, I have to shield in case it's a Superpower, but they bait me with Rock Slide. And this is an example of a trainer that pretty much just outplayed me this game. Sometimes that's gonna happen in Go Battle League. I was expecting a Superpower and then a switch out, but he stays in here, and now he has a lot of energy. I'm expecting maybe a double Superpower. I shield, and okay, Articuno comes in. We don't have a great response for Articuno, so I'm actually gonna stay in here, and I'm gonna force Articuno to use an Icy Wind on me before I switch out. Because Articuno with an energy advantage will be able to debuff you, and we do not want that. So now I'm gonna switch into Mewtwo, and Mewtwo will be able to come out of this matchup, but at the same time, they have a shield advantage, and they have like a switch clock advantage where they're gonna be able to switch out. I'm just gonna commit to fully farming down this Articuno. The tough part now though is my switch clock isn't up yet, and my Mewtwo has been double debuffed on its attack. So we're not in a great situation, and we have to use our energy, otherwise we're just gonna get taken out by this Giratina. Now we swap quickly. Are we able to eat a Shadow Sneak? Nope, just a Dragon Claw. Then we're gonna go for Night Slash. This will deal super effective damage, but we're in a tough spot right here because we have very minimal health and energy on two of our Pokemon. We're gonna get Dragon Breath down. We're out of shields, so now it's all up to Swampert, who has no shields. So this is gonna be very difficult. And even more difficult is the fact that we're not running Earthquake on our Swampert. I go back and forth. I think Earthquake might be the safer pick in Ultra League. Sludge Wave has certainly bailed me out on some occasions, but in a situation like this, Earthquake maybe could have made the difference. And here, I don't know why I did that. I thought maybe Articuno had a charge move, so I swapped into Mewtwo. But it probably would have been better to Mud Shot down and gain energy. So in this situation, if we had Earthquake, we could have baited with the Hydro Cannon and then gotten the Giratina with our Earthquake. But because we don't, Hydro Cannon isn't enough to take it out. Sludge Bomb, I believe, would be resisted, or Sludge Wave rather, and they just barely are able to take us out. So awesome game by that trainer. They outplayed us, and we go 4-1 that set using Obstagoon. And thank you guys for watching. Another good set. I've got another 4-1 set coming for you tomorrow with Obstagoon because I'm just really loving using this thing. And this is gonna be a Get Beam set, hashtag Get Beam. We're gonna be running Hyper Beam once again, and we actually land some Hyper Beams even in some poor matchups. So nothing more satisfying than when someone's not expecting a Hyper Beam, when they have shields and you land that Hyper Beam and it ends up totally flipping the match. So look forward to that video tomorrow night. And once again, thank you for all the support of this channel. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this content with your friends. I'd very much appreciate it. With that said, thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.